Greetings and welcome back to another edition of the weekly news roundup. I hope that everybody is doing well. Just a friendly reminder, we will not be doing a weekly news roundup next week. We may or may not be doing one the week after. I will know around Sunday or Monday if we can pull it off or not. I just don't know yet. Actually, can we or not? Hold on. We might be able to do one the following week. Not next week, but the following week. I think I'm back. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, guys. We'll figure it out. We have a couple of weeks of transition as we move on into the mobile office. And next week, of course, I am out. I have 2 videos ready to go. Well, I have a video tomorrow. We're talking about Audacity tomorrow at noon. And on Wednesday, we're going to be talking about Pop! OS 2104. Linux Mint did release 20.2, but I am not talking about that in a basic VM because I'm planning on installing that on one of my computers here very soon. It might be this week. I just don't know yet. So we'll have some of that, and then I will attempt to have a couple more videos scheduled for this next week, but I will not be around this week. This upcoming week. So we will say goodbye until maybe the weekend. I'll try and do something, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. Checking in over here. Let's look at Discord first. Not Gary. Greetings. Shadow Streak. How is it going? Shadow Strike. I'm sorry. You keep on correcting me on that. It's just like it's the EI thing. Install the webcam drivers on my MacBook for Fedora Linux. Okay. Mr. Dot says, hello world. Greetings. Mrs. Quantum Alpha beat Dr. Quantum Alpha. All right. Interesting green screen artifact on the bottom of the comment screen. Oh, yeah. Looks like I have something going on. What is it? Is it the printer? It's the printer. There it is. Thank you. Yeah, I had the printer sits right here. Whoa, it's a printer. it was pulled out because I had to plug something in over there the other day. I never pushed it back. Anyway. Dr. Quantum Alpha gets in here now. Let's see. Cats like seeing our routine. Okay, let's see. Ever wonder if cats can see us? Sometimes I gotta wonder. My cats look at laser pointers and say, yeah, never mind that. I did not delete the comment about Uncle Tom's Cabin. Let's see. YouTube has been deleting my comments on videos as well. Yeah, I think my channel's back on the Bandhammer group. Our amazingly horrible conversation from yesterday was demonetized. I don't know. Probably just because it has the word hacking in it. I don't know. Let's see. Uncle Ben was a credit to his rice. Aunt Jemima was a credit to her syrup, but sorry. We can't have successful people of color on food products. What are you talking about? Land O'Lakes looks very, very empty with no one sitting in the middle of that circle. Tech Hut kept getting spammed. Oh boy. Notification just went up. All right. Depends on the content you put in the comments. Yeah. Crazy Relentless. Yeah, we had one of the crazy Google bots on not too long ago. You couldn't put any Vivaldi.com, which is randomly get. It's weird. It's I don't know. Moonbase Alpha Grays, take me to your leader. Moonbase Alpha Grays, if I'm not mistaken, I think your city shows up in the news today as a feature article. Oh boy. And we're not talking about Alpha Centauri either. Lower Tech, greetings. Who programmed the bot needs to get a life? Yeah, go figure. Hello, Babbler. How's it going there? Razzle Review. Hope to be home before next live. All right. Well, I hope that you get well. Lewis, how's it going there? Eusphrenus, the Tennessean. How do you even pronounce that? But greetings, Keegan. How are you? George Bunker. Hello there. Still there, but a better one. Last one. Sent me back 3 weeks from recovery. Ew. Arco Linux looks interesting. Yeah, Arco's not too bad, actually. Arco is really, really, really good if you want to learn more about Linux. Pest says the clown world, apparently. Only time I want to go to Canada if a female colleague drags you there. All right. Yeah, it's getting weird up there. Back doing C++ education after I recover from the nosebleed. No. I tried Arca, but I've been messing around with Solus more. And I like what I see for a simple setup. Yeah. Ooh, gotta get my chair set down. 20th anniversary of 9/11 this September. Wow, has it been that long? Those of us that experienced it, and we're not little tykes, we can remember exactly where we were. Yeah, molecular biology class from hell. Yeah, that's where I was. Graduate school, they made us take this massive 5-credit core concepts in molecular biology again. It was that's where we were in the middle of it. And I had this interesting philosophy. I never really watched the news because if something is going to blow up, if someone was going to tell me about it, and lo and behold, I was right. I come in and everyone's like somber. It's like, what, did somebody die around here? Like, you don't know what's going on. Like, no, I've been in class. Oh, you know. Penn State made all classes optional and encouraged teachers to just talk about what's going on instead. Nowadays, they do that if, you know, somebody takes the swing down from the backyard. That happened. This town is crazy. I'm glad to be out of here. On vacation when it happens. Don't mind me. Steve's stepbrothers left his stepfather Steve at the Pentagon on that day. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, man. Mathematician. Let's see. Just a programming script kitty. All right. Let's go ahead and get on into the news. It might actually be a short news today. We only have 4 privacy, 3 security, 4 business, and 2 Sillyville. We might be able to do this pretty quick, but who knows? Knowing me, I'll just go long-winded on something for crazy, go for a while, and stuff like that. I'm listening to Howard Stern, unfortunately, at work. That is unfortunate to be listening to Howard Stern at all. That's like torture. Come on. All right. Let's get started. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the privacy edition, and just a brief reminder, we will not be having a standard live weekly news roundup next week, which is, I don't know, what is that date? That would be Friday the 16th. We will be back maybe on the 23rd, and I may or may not have some news articles up sometime around that section. It just won't be live. So if you're trying to catch it live for the first time. But anyway, with that, let's go ahead and get diving on in. We have privacy and security in this section. So we're going to go ahead and start in. First and foremost, you can now apply for a job through TikTok. Check, please, I want out of the human race. Now, I'll remind you that TikTok is owned by a company called ByteDance. ByteDance is a Chinese data and analytics and AI firm. Their entire purpose is to collect as much data as they possibly can from people and use it to train AI for a variety of different things. Turns out that this week, they started rolling out a ton of services. We will cover a few of them this week in the news, a few of them in the business section, but this is the new one that I think is more related to privacy, in that they're asking you to post job resumes on Chipotle. Now, this is a little bit better than I initially thought it might be, because they're not asking you to fill out everything. They're not asking you to put contact information in the video, but they do have a whole separate site. I'm not sure if that separate site, I couldn't find much information about it. I'm not sure if that separate site, you build a profile with that information and tie your TikTok profile to it. But the idea is Chipotle, Target, Shopify, hey, you can get a job through TikTok. I got news for you. I don't want to work at a company that hires people through TikTok. Really, guys, really. But they do have this thing. They are telling you specifically, don't put private personal contact information like an email address in it, because the videos are publicly shared. So literally you are applying for your job at like Target on a public video. What? I don't know. Sweet Green is on there. Great clips. Great. Isn't that a hair cutting company? That's right. I really want to get my hair cut from a guy that was hired off of TikTok. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and move on, because this is getting creepy. Well, okay, back to Chinese creepiness. I guess we're getting creepier. Dozens of Chinese phone games now require facial scans to play at night. Yeah. You want to get on and play a lot of your favorite video games? Because if you remember, China has this thing where if you're a minor, you can only play video games for a certain number. I mean, this is like nanny state. They're like, no, you are playing too many video games. You have got to stop and do something else constructive. So they're implementing a measure government-wide to sit down and say, hey, you absolutely can't play games without doing a facial scan. If you fail the scan or if you don't do it, you can't play your video games anymore. And that would be the definition of nanny state. That's kind of where, in many ways, we're starting to go. But after 2018 tests, Midnight Patrol system officially rolls out to 60 10-cent games. So largest video game publishers take an extreme step to comply with the nation's rules about limiting minors' access to video games. As of this week, the publisher has added facial recognition system dubbed Midnight Patrol to over 60 of its China-specific smart games. It would disable gameplay in popular titles Honor of Kings if the users either decline a facial check or fail it. Well, what is this, 1984? Show us your badge, Mr. Winston. Here it is. Here's my brief. You can see. Oh, here's my brief right here. It's empty. See, it's empty. Nothing in my brief. Nothing in my brief, Mr. Guy at the other end of the camera. If you ever wanted a reason to stop playing video games, that would be it. And I have no earthly idea what in the world Ars Technica is doing with this little bulb statement that has nothing to do with it. Literally, what is this? Propaganda nonsense? You're reading through about facial scans, and completely unrelated news. Grandparents' mask sales up 7,000%. And it goes back onto the case. What the hell are you doing, Ars Technica? Are you smoking crack? Don't do that. Say no to drugs. Wow. Oh boy. Well, I considered not including this one. I try not to get overtly political. Here we have Tucker Carlson, the NSA, and Fox News. Oh, God, don't worry, guys. I actually am not a regular watcher of Fox News. It makes me want to punch my TV. And so I don't actually generally watch it. And hopefully this version of Firefox has, autoplay disabled. So, haha, you ain't talking to me automatically, Tucker. And anyway, this is just kind of a follow-up. So the NSA has been reading his private emails planned to leak the contents. Now, on the positive side, or let's say the least utopian side, we know that the NSA, their task is to be examining what the foreign agents are up to. So Tucker Carlson was emailing people who had access to Vladimir Putin. And in the middle of all of this, it's very, 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 very possible that the NSA, monitoring those individual people who are not Americans, presumably, would see this information. Now, the question is, did they go back and see other emails from this American citizen or not? Now, this is part of the exact program that Snowden came out and told us should not be happening, but the courts were not willing to take it up because they said, well, nobody has alleged a violation. However, in that time between Snowden and now, several cases have looked at the NSA revelations and the NSA spyware, and the courts have actually declared it illegal and unconstitutional. So, if the NSA is still monitoring Tucker Carlson, the person, and everything he is doing, they are still doing the illegal activities that Snowden said. If, however, they only got emails of Tucker emailing somebody else because they were monitoring an outside person, they're within their rights accordingly. But according to their statement, once information was collected on a U.S. citizen, they were supposed to drop it. So regardless, this is a bad situation. Now, of course, being Fox News and being a Republican group, they start out with their anti-left group. So last week we told you the Biden administration's largest intelligence gathering agency. I got news for you guys. The Biden administration did not create the NSA. I'm sorry to tell you about that. As much as I'm not a fan of the administration, go give that dude some muffins and bran muffins and chocolate chip ice cream. I don't think he's running anything over there. But that being said, they are spinning this as more evil than it probably is, but still it's something that's going on that should not be going on. Just a friendly reminder, guys, communications to people may or may not be private, particularly if you're emailing people outside of the US. There's kind of my take, and I hope that we are very neutral on that. And on to our final story. America had a smart city plan. They even had, like, was it 5 or 50? I think it was $50 million or billion. A boatload of cash was dumped in this thing. $50 million to reshape Columbus, Ohio to be a huge smart city. And then the coup happened. But it's not just the coup. It turns out that a lot of people didn't want anything to do with it. There were specific apps that you were supposed to download to help you navigate the smart city. Nobody wanted to use them because people are concerned about surveillance. And when you have a perpetually listening, perpetually monitoring smart city that is wanting all sorts of access and phone apps to tie into absolutely anything and everything in your platform, when you start doing that type of stuff, people are going, Believe it or not, people are starting to get to the point where they are starting to check out of data collection. And not extreme, but they're getting to the point where, like, maybe I should take a few extra steps and probably not download the app for, McDonald's or something. Why do you need an app for McDonald's? It's beyond me. Just go through the drive-thru, get your food in like 6 minutes or less, or 3 minutes usually. I don't know. But anyway, they had everything from Uber and Lyft. They were to doing the car-to-go car sharing platform. They were going to do autonomous vehicles. They did say that a few of the things went into effect, only 5 of the projects did. They said in the middle of the koofiness, they were actually able to get some self-driving cars to carry medical supplies from one end of the city to the other. So that was interesting. But by and large, they came out and kind of said, well, it was a grand success. But really, it really wasn't a success because nobody really cared. Nobody really wanted to do anything. And telling people to take the extra steps to put apps on their phones so the city could track everything that they're doing was a little bit too 1984 for some people. So maybe there is still hope for America yet in that we are possibly rejecting the smart city concept. All I got to say, guys, is resist. Resist! Resist! Resist the smart cities, resist the apps, do anything and everything offline that you possibly can. I had some new insurance policy like, you just create your account, need to sign your documents. I emailed the agent. I'm like, no, mail them to me and I will sign them and mail them back. I don't need a online account for a $100 a year renter's insurance policy, actually. But with that, if you want to help support the channel, we do have some affiliates. Today we're talking about Mint Mobile. I have switched my main phone to Mint Mobile. I went from paying $60 a month down to, I think this year I paid $180 for the entire year, with twice the data I was getting on the old plan. So $15 a month. What you do is you buy them at least 3 months at a time. So 3-month block is going to be around $15. Buy it, and the more you buy at a time, then the cheaper it tends to get. And so there you have it, guys. You can see $45 for 3 months of service. It actually does get a little bit cheaper if you buy a whole year up front. That's what I did. I don't have any cell phone bills at all until March of next year, and everything works perfectly fine. And if my phone takes a dump, I pop out the SIM card and put it in any other smartphone that'll work. So definitely have a look at Mint Mobile, tlm.li/mm, if you want to help support the channel. Let's have a look at our security news next. Alrighty here. Let's see. Thank you, Shin Jeremy, for that super chat. Cheers to you as well. We shall say cheers with our coffees. I am drinking coffee again. This is actually my second cup today. My day was weird. It started out with a little bit of work, my usual normal cup of coffee. Then I went to record a few videos, and my ambient light generator decided not only to not work, but to blow up. So I had all these smoke alarms going on in the house. I had some fire to put out, literally fire to put out. I don't think I burnt my foot. I definitely tore through a sock putting it out. I do think I smashed my foot against something though, so my foot really hurts, but I did prevent the house from burning down. Do not buy a Lita Photo ambient light generator. They suck. I'm going to contact Amazon and tell them that after 6 months, the thing blew up and tried to burn my house down. See if they care. They probably don't, but we'll see. So no ambient light generator in the latest videos that I did because it blew up. Oh boy. Yeah, it was a bad day. And then a lot of other weird things going on. So anyway, let's check back in on our comments up here. We'll hit our YouTube comments, then we will jump on over to Discord. Ford Probe got nailed by an 8-point buck who didn't jump high enough. Oh, Jeffrey got run over by a reindeer. Reindeer tripped over the old Ford. Well, it was found on the road dead after all. 9th grade geology class, 2 minutes of silence. I was confused. Yeah. Libra Quest, how's it going there? Taking a nap. Libra Quest, if you want to drop your channel name in there, I did a podcast interview on Libra Quest on Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? I think it went out. So if you guys did not check that out, definitely check that out. Didn't get that many clockmakers hiring these days. Kazang, greetings. He says, ooh. Army 2 days in, new role, floor up from where plane hit. Ooh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Mobile app games which emulate. Ugh. Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. Ugh. It's more and more creepy. The religion that perpetuate. Yeah. Hope those cameras can hold their ugly mugs to scan. My kids are going mad. Later's all. All right, we'll see you later. How can you tell the difference? I can't understand limiting kids' game time, but it should be the parents not to say. Yeah. I can completely understand limiting game times, but definitely the parents for sure. Midnight Patrol sounds too altruistic. Say you read a lot of emails, so encrypt your email if it's that private. Yeah, only watch Fox News if there's a very major event. Yeah. Pretty terrible propaganda. Yeah, all of the mainstreams are all propagandistic. About the only thing I watch now is Rising by the Hill. Kazang watches Young Turks. All right, at least Fox is better than CNN or MSNBC. I don't know if it's better. It's from a different political viewpoint. I at least agree with more political viewpoints on Fox than I would on CNN or MSNBC, but they're all stupid. They're all bad. I'm not into any of them. No, we need to completely defund all those big news corps. Go to get your media on independent media. Mirora says Tim Pool. Yates watches Louder with Crowder. Okay. No serious. Also damage report. Damage report. I might need to replace one tile. I'm going to talk to the guy that owns the place and see what he wants to do about it. Good thing is though, I did just build a tiny home with my bare hands in 3 months or 4 months on top of everything else I was doing. So I'm pretty sure I can manage to fix a floor. Watch Tim Pool still too. If you like Tim Pool, you're like Rising by the Hill. All right. Bag money from the establishment Democrats, so they fire anyone who's progressive. Young Turks just as far left CNN, yeah. Bad dude did not like NSA spying on him, but he wants schools to have cameras. OMG. I actually support cameras in schools. And the reason is these teachers have gone absolutely crazy bat crap nuts. And having accountability to see what's in there, I can agree with that. It depends though too. You have to have them in such a way that you have the absolute minimal amount of watching the children. So that is a very controversial can of worms I probably just opened up. Maybe we could unfold it more at a later time. But because of the dangers of what many teachers associations are trying to teach without letting the parents know what they're trying to teach, putting schools in cameras is actually a good thing. Because it provides accountability. And teachers are public officials anyway. Public officials do not have a right to privacy while engaging in the execution of their duties. Okay. Like Tucker Carlson segments. When I watch Tucker, I like what he says. I don't watch him a lot, though. Another dumb city. Yep. Exactly left it all. There's this animated meme. Dan H. put the nostalgia critic drinking something on there. What is this guy? What's he drinking? I don't know. Takes the duelist in between for the people and the elite. Live here and never heard anything that we were going to be a smart city. I know, right? First time I heard of it too, and I hear about these things a lot. I want smart devices now. What makes me think I want a smart city? And navigate a city, I just look at maps and signs. Yeah. Okay. News is strictly gaslighting. A little bit of MK Ultra. Smart city that knows everything. The city's smart enough. Watch they live and put on the glasses. Watch they live and put on the glass. What? Please turn me into Tuxedo Cat. No, sorry. 2 people shot at a restaurant downtown Aquarium in Houston. Male victim was dead and the female is unstable. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Oh, boy. The bank pay bills. The guy said, you know, you can pay your bills with a smartphone. You want to keep your job? That's right. I think I'll be getting Pine Phone as I'm giving up on the Librem 5. Yeah, I'd give up on a Librem 5. The Librem 5 looks like a hustle. Hot coffee. It is chocolate mocha coffee today, though. Okay, saw a video captured Jacksonville tornado. Oh boy. Generator blowing up. Who could see that coming? No, it's the ambient light. So it's basically a lithium battery. It just turned out that one of these ones was one of these ones with these cheap crap lithium ion batteries that just wasn't built right. Okay, news outlet sucks. Facts Matter with Roman, very good news channel. Ocean Audio has devs for Linux to replace Audacity. I'll have to look though. Tenacity's under fire. Catch the article about Tenacity yesterday. All right, I'll have a look. Hold the teachers feet to fire. That's the thing. That's the thing. School board meetings becoming zones of war zones of speech. Yeah. All right. Over on Discord, what do we got? Smart city. You should shout Alexa, and its voice echoes outside surrounding you. That's right. Smart city, more like 1984 city. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, go outside and just yell, "Hey Alexa, order unicorn meat confirmed." See if anybody gets unicorn meat. All of a sudden, all the unicorn meat will be shipped to the distribution centers in Columbus, Ohio. They're using one of them spyware type webcams. Oh boy. Poof, you're a penguin. There you go. Yep. All right, let's see. Audacity's been getting a lot of backlash. Yes, I will be talking about Audacity tomorrow. And for anybody else that jumped on late, we will not be doing a live weekly news roundup next week. Week after is a strong possibility, but we'll have to see what happens. But with that, I think what we'll do, let's jump on back down. We got some security. Security. First up, apps with 5.8 million Google Play downloads stole users' Facebook passwords. Well, serves them right for being on Facebook and downloading stuff from the Google Play Store. If you sideload your apps from a reputable place that actually audits the apps, you won't have that problem. Hashtag FDroid. But anyway, some people were downloading these apps. So their Trojans use special mechanism to trick their visitors after receiving necessary settings from one of the servers. Upon launch, they loaded the legitimate Facebook web page into WebView. Next, they loaded JavaScript received from the server. Script was directed to hijack the entered login credentials. After that, the JavaScript using the method provided through JavaScript interface annotation passes stolen login information to the Trojan applications, which then transfer the data back to the main server. So here are the 9 applications: processing photo, app lock keep, rubbish cleaner, app lock manager, horoscope pie, horoscope daily, Locket Master, Inwit Fitness, and Pip Photos. And they had, here's the variants that were in there. PWS, Facebook, 13 through 17. And then here were the various downloads. A few of these had 100,000. One of them had 50,000, 5,000, and 10 downloads. I got a kick out of that. 10 people were stupid enough to download the App Lock Manager. Woohoo, baby. Woohoo. And if you happen to use one of those Western Digital MyClouds, you might have woken up the other day to find out it was deleted. Yeah, all of it. So there was a 0 day. Of course, these guys, these are running MyCloud OS 3. They're designed to put on your network, but accessible from the internet. Brilliant idea to have your own home network on the internet for hackers to have. Guys, don't do that. Don't put anything on your home network that can be accessible from outside the network. This means Ring cameras. This means your cool security stuff. Your neat little awesome little things that I always know. I always get a kick out of it. So I like watching the City Prepper channel guy. I like some of the things he has to say, but he's starting to get all these sponsorships, and he did the Simply Safe sponsorship in the middle of talking about an SHFTF8, whatever, his situation where stuff hits the fan, and it's like, you ever got to go into lockdown? He's like, but we've got Simply Safe. Dude, in that scenario, you think those people are at work monitoring your house? I don't think so. Tell people not to get that crap. Don't put stuff like that on your network. This happens. And so it's a 0 day on these guys. And it just kind of happened one day. People woke up and they found that everything on their files were deleted. And since this was designed to be your master backup, it might have just deleted everything. Guys, I use Open Media Vault. It is absolutely epic, very good. There's also FreeNAS is another one based on BSD. There's a few other ones out there. Look into these options that you can get a cheap, inexpensive computer. You can build this up. You can put them on your network and just don't have them accessible from the outside. That's the best thing that you can do. So there we have it, guys. There we have it. And last story, Microsoft had a zero vulnerability print nightmare that was so bad they went back and patched Windows 7 computers as well. Huge print issue. Basically, once again, if your printer was available on the internet, it would get in and mess with a bunch of stuff, have root escalation in your Windows machine, and they could take over everything if your stupid printer was available on the internet. Stop having stuff on your home network available to the internet. If you are not an IT guy that knows exactly how to do that kind of stuff, don't do it. Oh, but I can print from my car over the internet on my smartphone. Congratulations, moron. You can't pick up the piece of paper until you get home anyway. Why don't you just wait to print it when you get home? So anyway, Microsoft has this big security patch. They patched it out even back as far as Windows 7, back as far as like Microsoft servers 2008. They're like, we're patching it all up. And it was a swing and a miss because even after the patch, people were still able to have zero-day root access exploitation. So there you have it, guys. If you have printers available on the internet, get those printers off the internet. Or you could also probably stop using Windows as well. But, you know, we have a hard time convincing people to do that. Well, if you'd like to help support the channel, we do have a Subscribe Star page. So if you are not into Patreon, if you are into Patreon, we are TOMM on Patreon. But over here, we are on Subscribe Star / switched to Linux if you'd like to help support the channel over there. So guys, thanks for watching. We will see you in a couple of weeks. We might actually have some pre-recorded videos next week. I just don't know yet. I won't know until next week happens. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon. All right, we got business. Wow, we're moving right along. We got business, and we've got silly next. Man, all my comments are going over. Let's do YouTube first. Hell comes to Frogtown. What? Biggest tech bust of 2021 is Windows 11. There you go. Yeah, justifiably so. Linux folks do not tolerate unwanted telemetry. Why does it say paper jam when it is no paper jam? Audacity, don't update it. Looks like something. Wait for. Yeah, I will be talking about Audacity tomorrow at noon. Our premiere video tomorrow at noon. I will try to be here for that, but I do need to get some errands run in town tomorrow morning. So no promise on me being there for it, but I will try to be. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We have to understand that normies do not know that there is no. Therefore, they use Google Play Store and Facebook and Zoom. I know. So I block JavaScript by default. That's right. That's right. Never ever click links. I wish people would stop doing that. Only go straight to the home page. Don't click a link. But if you do tlm.li/mm, you will help support Switch to Linux. Not rubbish cleaner. That's right. That rubbish remove Google from your phone. I know. That's what I thought it did. Anyway, I'm careful about the apps I download to the phone. Yep. Not by Western Digital on my cloud. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Why do people like anime? I don't know. I have a friend that likes anime a lot. I don't know. Never been my thing. Smart things, build your own computer and run something like FreeNAS. Yes, FreeNAS is also a good one. I just happen to do Open Media Vault because I prefer Debian, and that's based on Debian. So. Digital, but drew the line at my book. Yeah, I don't mind their hard drives. I just don't really want anything to do with their clouds. 4 terabyte USB 3 Seagate, only main mini PC. All right. Now, which is the best tool for NAS right now? But we all know that all Linux is FreeBSD anyway. Okay. I fixed print nightmare thing on my main PC. Disable the print spooler service since I don't print anyway. Yeah, I don't keep any of that stuff on until I actually need it. Not a problem. Just kick it on. What do you have Azure and AWS? Help. Because people are lazy, I guess. I don't know. If you have no knowledge to build a server, do what I do. Just buy hard drive disks and a Wi-Fi and just dump the hard drives. There you go. And Bingo Bob's your uncle. All right. Nice to meet your uncle, Bingo Bob. Just me trying to keep many of your devices off the internet. Yeah, keep your devices off the internet. There you go. People are brainwashed. That's right. A lot of good videos about how to set up a simple server. Yes. But keeping your simple server secured is a different thing. Of course, if it's not on the internet, then whatever. Hello, Benito. Greetings. Isn't Java dead? Not that I know of. Flash is the one you're thinking of? Flash is dead. Unfortunately, no, I don't think Java has died. Silver Adventures, for those of you on Arch and Arch derivatives. Those who are using DASM, create a Git version. Package build on AUR, right? Really that difficult. Titus Tech did a video on it. Just only allow that one NAS system. Good luck with Western Digital green drives, but they stay offline. Yeah, Western Digital hard drives are good. I just don't get the ones that attach on the internet. Wait, there is no paper jam. There is no paper jam. I got some hashtag F-Droids in there. There you go. Play Store is a joke. Yes, it is. Thank goodness my MyCloud was unplugged 2 years ago. It's been in a backpack ever since. There you go. I prefer on-site over cloud. That's right. Just call me Mr. Luddite. Do I need a NAS if you already have Nextcloud? It depends. I don't use my Nextcloud for storage because I don't want stuff in the cloud. I use my Nextcloud if I need to share files or collaborate. That's what my Nextcloud gets used for. Once it's no longer being shared or collaborated with, it comes off of Nextcloud and goes into my offline storage. As much as I really like Nextcloud, I'm still not going to trust to put my stuff in the cloud up there. Okay. Parents ask for help, yeah. But Play Store is secure. Definitely more secure than F-Droid. No, that is not correct. Every single app on F-Droid is independently audited by an external company. Play Store, they just throw it all up there. Thank you. Take it down later when some security researcher devolves a problem. Okay. Cannot patch your brain, you know. Well, come on. Cloud makes sense. Put AWS on Azure Google Cloud. Ugh. Use Linode instead. tlm.li/Linode. All right. Okay. Feel about Seagate drives. I mean, I get Western Digital or Seagate, whichever one's cheaper for what I'm looking for at the moment, because they're both pretty good. Thinking, where's the toilet going to be in the van? A 5-gallon bucket. I had nothing but bad luck with Seagate drives even before they took over Maxter. Okay. Actually, that is the #1 question people ask when you're going off and adventuring in a van. Where do you go to the bathroom? And there are several solutions, and some of them are really expensive and some of them are really cheap. So. All right, let's jump on over to busyness news. Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the silly editions. Just a friendly reminder, we will not be doing a live show next week, which is going to be Friday, July 16th, but we should probably be back the next week. I will let you know the following week if we will be back or not. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into the business news. First and foremost, Link & Co. will make you rethink outdated ideas of car ownership. This is what I hate about this liberal and progressive left-wing media crap. We're going to make you rethink the outdated modes of owning your car. What, like me buying a car and owning it? If you think that's an outdated model of owning a car, you're a moron. Okay? What's their new model? Their new model is you go out and lease the car from us, so you never really own it. You pay exorbitant amounts of fees, and then if you let other random strangers into your car throughout the day when it's just sitting there doing nothing anyway, we'll lower your payment and give you a few little carrots. Does that sound like a plan? You know what, guys? I don't know if you're aware of this. Like, I'm in, like, Pennsylvania. We have this thing in Pennsylvania called Castle Doctrine. I know it's a little controversial, but it means if some moron's breaking into my house, I have the right to, you know, put them down a little bit. and then call a paddy wagon. Well, that same law extends to vehicles. Why? Because vehicles are an extension of ourselves, are an extension of our homes and things like that. I don't want some random bum coming in and sleeping on my couch when I'm at work. I mean, look at this unutilized space in my house. Let's just open up the doors and let the bums in there all during the day. The same thing's going on with your cars. So over in EU, people are a little bit more friendly to this. I mean, the idea is, come on, guys. We buy our car, we just drive in a little bit, and then it just sits there. Yeah, when it's sitting there, it's not getting wear and tear. It's lasting longer. You don't have another risk of it crashing. You don't have a risk of somebody stealing it. You don't have somebody else doing weird things in your car. Okay, I get the van, I'm doing an audit of all the systems. I tear out the electrical box, start looking what's in there. There's a package of mayonnaise jammed up in the car. Okay, I think that it was a rental car before I bought it. Okay, you don't put a package of mayonnaise, you don't accidentally get a package of mayonnaise put up into an electrical box. Someone had to intentionally cram it up there. That's the type of stuff that happens when weird random strangers are using your car because it's sitting unutilized while I'm at work all day. What is this nonsense? And then here, The Verge, we're going to make you rethink outdated ideas of car ownership. Like, owning a car and locking it and keeping riffraff out. My Lord, guys. My Lord. So they spawned this position here. They got the 01 plug-in hybrid compact SVU built from the ground up to share. The more you share its digital key, the less you pay each month, possibly even turning a profit. Like, okay, let's dive battle the other myth here. It costs so much to get a car. You should just let somebody else and use our Lyft and Uber services for your cars. Like, so expensive for the car. Guys, my last car, I bought it 12 years ago for $6,000. I put very minimal maintenance into it. I did all the oil changes, all the regular routine type stuff, drove the thing 150,000 miles, turned around and sold it 12 years later for $1,500. You want to tell me exactly where the expense was? Yeah, we figured that down. It was like 10 cents a mile or something insane like that. But when you're, going out and buying the most expensive fancy thing so you can have the status symbol for the guy next to you in the stoplight, oh, yeah, look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Just don't ask to see my bank account, yo. And then you're paying all this money and they're not even assuming you ever own this thing. This is just a lease. This is just a lease. That your lease payment goes down when you let random riffraff drive your car when you're at work. No, I'll keep my outdated mode of car ownership if you don't mind. Just saying. I don't know. Well, in our privacy section, we talked about TikTok now doing resumes. Well, they are actually starting to sell tons of the services that were built on you feeding them data. Like, we're like, there was like giving you all these things like feed, feeder pellet. And then they were using all this data you're giving to them. And then all this data you're giving to them. All right. They're turning around and making these crazy, weird AI products. And as they are doing such things, now they are starting to roll out these services. So ByteDance is now selling the video apps AI to other clients. So now the artificial intelligence involved in TikTok is going to be outsourced to tons and tons of extra apps. TikTok, a Chinese company with Chinese government in deep, now outsourcing their information to other applications. Guys, anybody using their stuff is going to be feeding all of that data back to China. That's right. That's right. That's right, guys. We've got to stop. But you didn't listen to me. You didn't say, we should stay away from that TikTok. You gave them the data. You let this happen. Good luck getting that monster back in the bag. Welcome to Dystopia. People are now getting fired from Amazon by an app. This isn't just, a communications app you are told over your app. No. They have literally just handed, for some of the contract positions, all of the responsibility on hiring and firing, who stays and who goes, to an artificial AI app that simply declares, you're done working here now. Get out, pleb. So what they have is they have the app that will monitor your delivery speed. It monitors all sorts of different things that, frankly, you may not have any control over. And then it will analyze you and then put everybody on a curve, and whoever at the end of the month is on the lower end of that curve, bye-bye. No appeal, just you're out of here. You're the lowest curve on the performers. So it's kind of like that old adage, if you and your friend are hiking in the woods and you encounter a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear. You just need to outrun your friend. Okay? That's all you need to do. You just need to outrun your friend. So that's the thing, is the employees are getting on. They've handed all of the HR to the app. The AI says this guy goes, this guy goes. Nothing about it. Nothing about it. I wish I could find the exact quotes in here. I didn't mark down where they are. Robots not used to place a lower tier of underpaid and undervalued workers. They're here to smugly fit into the middle, monitoring and surveillance, hiring and firing. Amazon has recently replaced its middle management and human resource workers with artificial intelligence to determine when a worker has outlived their usefulness and needs to be let go. There is no human to appeal to, no negotiating with a bot. This is the most boring possible Terminator sequel, where robots aren't here to murder or enslave you, but rather to text you snidely that you won't need to come into work tomorrow or ever again. So in the article, which is very interesting, it goes in and talks about people that are like, I'm just trying to get the delivery done, but I can't. There's a traffic jam. There's like an accident up ahead of me and the police have the road closed for 10 minutes. I can't get anywhere. The app is reporting back that I'm not doing my job. I'm taking an unauthorized break. People are saying I'm dehydrating myself intentionally because it's pee in the bucket in your van, or not at all. And you got that kind of stuff going on, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So this paragraph down here is interesting. Desperation is key. When human beings are uncertain about why things are happening to them, or feel general loss of control over their outcomes, their own actions, or say because they're doing their job to the best of their ability and are suddenly mysteriously fired, it causes anxiety and desperation. Makes superstitious pigeons out of all of us, flapping our wings wildly in the hopes we can recreate the conditions that once got us rewarded. This is dystopian, guys. This is absolutely crazy dystopian. And on to our feature story. Never mind PayPal, step over. Chime is here. So Chime is another one of these neobanks. And if you look up this company, it's hilarious because they have all this banking stuff. I forgot to look it up. We'll look it up here in a minute if we don't have a direct link. All over, it's all banking. Really small text on the front page. We're not a bank. It's like PayPal. They issue a debit card, you give them your money there and all this, but they're just as dystopian as PayPal is. One day, for no reason whatsoever, no explanation, just a vague TOS. There's like, sorry, we've determined you can't do business with us anymore. What about my $10,000? Sorry, it's ours. What? And so ProPublica brings us, a banking app has been suddenly closing accounts and sometimes not even returning customers' monies. Chime, a neobank, and this is why we need serious regulation on these things. I think Chime, PayPal, these types of services need hyper-regulated. Regulate them out of business. I'm okay with that. All right. They need more regulation than banks. So they're racking up complaints from users who can't access their cash. The company says it's cracked down on an extraordinary surge in fraudulent deposits. That's little consolation to customers caught in the fray. The day after Jonathan Moreira's federal stimulus payment landed in his bank account, he took his 5-year-old twins out for lunch at an Applebee's near where he lives in New Jersey. He went to pay his only means of payment, a debit card issued by the hot financial technology startup Chime. It was declined. He didn't understand. He checked his account earlier that day and saw a balance of nearly $10,000. A mental note, guys, don't store $10,000 in a random app like PayPal. With the Applebee's server standing next to him, he quickly pulled out his phone to check his Chime app. He had hundreds of times since he signed up in January. He couldn't log in. He checked his email, found a message that read, this is exactly word for word the message I got from PayPal. We regret to inform you that we have made the decision to end our relationship with you at this time. Your spending account will be closed. Except on PayPal, I can't actually close the account. They've just blocked access to it. He had no choice but to call his parents and have them pay the lunch bill. I was so embarrassed, he said. I am a grown man and I was tearing up and everything. Speaking of $10,000, he was suddenly locked out of. He added, if it was $100, I wouldn't sweat it, but it's everything I had for my kids. So this is a problem, guys, that these companies, it's vague. It's vague. This is hilarious. So we got a vague TOS warning on the Discord server. Completely vague. Had nothing to do with anything. This or this or this or this or this. No way to reply. No way to contact them. No way to appeal it that you can tell. I used the contact form on the site to say, hey, I got a vague TOS service. Their reply back to me is, I don't know. We can't look into it for you. Okay, we just won't do anything. If the Discord server disappears, it disappears. I don't really care. What? I mean, really. But this is Chime, though. These are the things they're doing. This is the regulation we need. Big tech cannot be blanket vague TOS. They've got to bring absolute 100% explicit, very, very specific. This is what was said. This is what we said. I mean, we know they have all this data. So let's go ahead and look this company up now. I just spelled it wrong, though. Chime is called Chime. And this is the company you avoid. Chime, banking that has your back. Free overdraft protection. Get paid 2 days early with direct deposit. Build credit history. No interest or annual fees with credit builder. Grow your savings. Overdraft fee. Get paid early. Say goodbye to hidden fees. A new way to build credit. Pay free all the time. Okay, you get all this kind of stuff. And if you look up here, right here, it's the part that's highlighted. It says, Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by Bancorp or Stride Bank NA members FDIC. So, basically what should happen is this guy who has $10,000, he needs to go to whichever one of these banks it is and say, you're giving me all of the cash. You're giving to me in a cashier's check right this second, period. And he's got to go and sue them for everything that he can if they don't do that. Because there is no earthly reason that this service can come in here and be like PayPal. We just decided to stop doing business. Why? Because we're just going to hold your $10,000. Really, the reason is you got $10,000 and we really want to invest that. So we're going to lock it up for several months. You can't have it. So screw you, Chime. Everybody, stay as far away from Chime as you possibly can. But if you want some companies you shouldn't stay away from, I do have several affiliates. TLM.li/A2H is where I recommend hosting. So A2 Hosting is where I held a lot of client hosting and my private emails for a long time. I had to move to a larger service now because of the number of clients I have. But nevertheless, I still highly recommend A2 Hosting. And if you use the affiliate link, that will help support the channel. You can get everything from very simple shared hosting, startup shared, there's turbo boosted, there's unmanaged VPSs, managed VPSs, dedicated servers, just all sorts of good stuff over on A2 Hosting. You can run your own email, you can build your own website, you can host your Nextcloud over there. That's what I did for a long time. Anyway, have a look over there, tlm.li/A2H. Now, guys, let's head to Sillyville. All right. Alrighty. Samsung SSDs, M2s over hard drives. All right. Turlet Bucket has a Minecraft farm. PayPal is not a bank. No, it's not. They are a neobank service. One thing my wife sure would like living in a van without a toilet is she thinks she's the Queen of England. You can put a toilet in a van. If you want to, you can. It's 2030. You own nothing and you will love it. That's right. World Economic Forum is here to stay. So you have overheating, had 4 burnout on me in basic testing. Yeah, oh, avoid Western Digital Black Series. All right. Insurance companies don't like the sharing your vehicle thing. Yeah, I mean, their thing, though, their payment does cover insurance, too. I want James Bond cars, no key, boom, no excuses. Yeah, I got it. Our church has a Tesla. They're like, oh, it's so amazing. It's so cool. Look at all this display, all this. I'm thinking, yeah, look at all those cameras spying on you perpetually, giving all of your data. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are feeding Musk your data. Potato lodged in a tailpipe of rental car. Okay. 5-year-old Western Digital black hard. Hey, the first hard drive I ever had in my first computer is so large. They told me this hard drive is so large you will never fill it. It is 1.5 gig, 1.6 gig. And I'll tell you, he was so right. I could never fill that thing. But it still works to this day. Old IDE, slow as molasses, but it works. Now, what process of a person had to go through to put mayonnaise in electrical? I know, right? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what is this extra thing down here? So I take it out. There's a GPS tracker in there, presumably from the rental company. I start pulling that out, and the pack of how in the world does a pack of mayonnaise get up there? Dying younger, that could be good news for our employers. Inflation, silver lining, higher salaries. There you go. Yeah. Problem 750 gig hard drives. Went from ByteDance to Bite Me. Own everything, house, car, furniture, etc. Own no money to one. Owe no money to anyone. Yep. All right, well, if one girl start with him, then with her two friends start hanging around, then sort of move in. Wait, we have to do social distancing, avoid crowds, close shots. We get house arrest during evenings and nights, but at the same time sharing cars is fine for the same government. I know, right? Yeah. Hope they fired the 3 kamikaze drivers hit my apartment complex. Oh, boy. July 9th, they're still shooting off fireworks. I'm just scared a stray one will ignite the neighbor's Christmas decorations. Okay, backup data, view of the SS drives would be less safe. Amazon pushes people beyond human limits. Yep. To buy a sofa. She said, Anna, the sofa was expensive, but I can pay $50 a month. And I just laugh and said my sofa cost me $300 on Black Friday. Good enough for my butt. There you go, right? Yeah, that's right. Amazon makes me drive in office deliveries. Uh-oh. Don't use banking apps, guys. You've been warned. That's right. Don't use them. Banks make you pay extra for each transaction if you don't use their app. Yeah, that's insane. It's like a bank, but it's regulated like a bank in the shadows. I'm sure that such a thing has never existed before. And if it did, it's completely safe and wouldn't crash the economy. Yeah. I don't know. I think between the two, I think pharmaceutical industries are worse. Pharmaceutical industries are like, so you're going to die, huh? How much is your life worth? Banks just conspire to manipulate you to buy stuff you don't actually need with money you don't actually have. That they're like, here, we'll give you some. Just give us back a little bit more later. The pharmaceutical companies, though, they're like, so you're going to die, huh? What's it to you? What's that life to you? $30,000 a year? Oh, yeah. $30,000 a year, man. Sounds good. You've never made $30,000 a year? Good luck dying. Yeah. Pharmaceutical companies way worse. China has terrible securities run by a bunch of millennials. Yeah, I'm not surprised. As being one of the very best, I totally disagree. Yeah. I've had them before. Told me not recommended to anyone. My card info was stolen 3 times. They did as little as humanly possible to make it right. Yeah. Still, Chime isn't worse than Wells Fargo. Yeah, you might be right there, you know. Trust bank credit union if I can't walk in a branch and strangle someone, things go to hell, yeah. Sorry about that. Had to go pummel your cousin. All right. Go at a real local bank online through desktop computer with direct deposit. There you go. Yeah, I don't do anything on phones either. Japan needs to switch to Linux. Yeah. First hard drive was 4 megabytes. Nice. All right. I'd rather own my car. The Great Reset. Outdated model of ownership. It's 2030. I own nothing and I couldn't be happier. That's right. I don't have any ice cream. I've not had ice cream in the house for a while. I want ice cream now, man. You guys are making me want ice cream. The computers look better than applesauce boxes. There you go. Switched to Shuri's 4 years ago. Amazon Online is one of the division of Call of Duty. Amazon is a real big problem. Let's see. PayPal balance 0.85. Be smart. There you go. Check the radiator fluid. Might be mayonnaise. Fun fact, mayonnaise 98% as efficient as thermal paste. Just not long lasting. Well, if I need to do something with thermal paste, I'll go ahead and use some mayonnaise next time. Not use my debit card for anything, but getting cash on my bank's ATM. All my other purchases done with real credit card. Yep. Van made vanilla. Yeah, I was looking around with running my cooling unit as a freezer and then swapping in and out ice packs, but it couldn't keep up with swapping ice packs. So I'm just doing, for now, I'm doing just a refrigerator in the van. I do want to soon upgrade to a refrigerator and freezer combo though. Keeping off super secret password. That's better. I always tell people to make money, save money, invest money, and then you can lose and create emergency fund or own everything. Yeah, there you go. Had to test it for science. There you go. Insurance companies are like, nice if you got there. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. That's right. That's right. All right. Let's go ahead and have a look at Sillyville. I only have 2 Sillyville articles. So first up in Sillyville, Facebook accidentally lost a piece of its moderation policy for 3 years. Like, wait, what? That's right. So they had an exception to a ban supporting dangerous entities. So anybody that Facebook deems dangerous, you know, Orange Man Bad or whoever this dude is. I think they have a name of him, whatever this guy's name is. Fortunately, I can't pronounce his name because, you know, I won't have to say it. This dude, apparently he's deemed as a dangerous threat to all humanity, just like Orange Man Bad. And so they have a policy that you can't talk about Orange Man Bad because, you know, it's just promoting hate and intolerance and danger and violence. And so you got to remove it. And the problem is people are saying, hey, they removed my post about this dangerous political leader here, this Kurdish political leader. And I don't know why they deleted the post. So the independent Facebook board looked at it and then they found the policy was missing 3 years. Like, oh, we're sorry. We were missing a component. You're allowed to talk about this person if you're talking about their torture. Kid you not, guys. Kid you not. Facebook designates Ocean as a dangerous entity that users cannot support on platforms. In January, moderators applied that policy to a message criticizing his imprisonment in solitary confinement, a practice the United Nations has deemed a form of torture. The user appealed the oversight board, which agreed to examine the case. As it did, Facebook apparently, quote, found the piece of internal guidance on dangerous individuals and organizations as policy was inadvertently not transferred to a new review system in 2018. Policy had been developed in 2017, partly because of the debate over Osan's living conditions, and it allows discussions on conditions of confinement for individuals designated as dangerous, but the internal guidance was never made public to Facebook or Instagram users, and Facebook only realized it had dropped out the moderation guidelines. So in other words, if you talk about this guy and support him on the platform, you're banned. You talk about his torture, that's okay. Had the board not called for the selected this case review, the guidance would have remained unknown to current moderators. A significant amount of expression in the public interest would have been removed, it states. Facebook declined to comment further on what it considers its assessment accurate. So there you have it, guys. Facebook, you can't talk about certain dangerous individuals, but you can talk about their torture. Way to go, Facebook. Way to go. And on to our feature article today. Police ticketed a driver for sticking a Starlink terminal on the car's hood. The funny thing is, I don't even think this would work. I looked into putting Starlink dish on my hood. It turns out that Starlink dishes, at least at the time I looked at them, which was not ultra long time ago, actually are geofenced. Your dish will not go outside of a radius that is designated as your home. So I'm not sure how this person or if this person was getting internet, but on top of that, this person does need to lose the Darwin Awards and crash off a cliff or something, because who in the world puts a giant thing like that on the hood of their car? This isn't the back. This isn't the trunk. This is the very, very tippy top. This is on the front of the car. This thing over here is the driver's windshield. These are the windshield wipers. This giant pizza-sized dish is in there obstructing view. The officer says, does that obstruct your view? Only when I make a right-hand turn. Huh? So, yeah, the California Highway Patrol officer stopped the Toyota Prius on Friday. What it looked like a Starlink dish fashioned to the hood. The agency said in a Facebook post, the visual obstruction sitting right smack in the middle of the car's hood landed the driver a ticket. Sir, I stopped you today for having that visual obstruction on your hood. Does it not block your view while driving? An officer said. The driver replied, only when I make right-hand turns. Driver told CHP officer they were using the antenna to have Wi-Fi for business. They run out of their car. Guys, in a couple days here, or a couple weeks maybe, sometime soon, I'll show you how you get good mobile internet without obstructing your hood of your car, okay? I'll tell you how to do it, and it works well. Yes, it is in fact illegal to mount a satellite dish on the hood of your vehicle. They wrote, it is about safety, folks. These are real stories of highway patrol safety. Starbucks. I need some coffee, guys. Starbucks says. Starlink says the antenna is for high bandwidth, low latency sort of thing. It's about the size of a medium pizza, which you could put on a car, but but it's more bandwidth than you would really need, he said. Technically, you could buy one and just stick it on the car. Now, let's go ahead and clarify this before I get a lot in the comments. Starlink, as of now, this was released only as about a month or so ago. They are now experimenting with a mobile version of Starlink. It is something I want to look into. The biggest reason I have not looked into it yet super seriously is because in their initial releases, they want to control where exactly that goes, and they want to manage the install, and having a custom office as I have, I'm a little leery about that. But it's something I want to look at in the near future. That being said, however, your typical home-based Starlink, according to them, is geofenced to your location, so you can't take your dish too far out. According to what Starlink says, if this person's antenna on the hood of the car works, cool, maybe I'll get an antenna and put it on the hood of my mobile office. So with that, guys... There is our silly veil. You can help support us over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. That is TOMM. With that, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you sometime soon. Alrighty here. Oh, now I'm out. Milkshakes. Man, is anything open? Use cash, people. Money moolah. Moolah moolah. Sent the click about 3 years ago or so, and I did the CC thing ever since. Yeah. Elon wants your monies. I'll eventually do. Let's see. I'd say it's more secure, definitely. Sanitary confinement. Yeah, found. Thought Facebook account was deleted, but after leaving a message to family members updating them on my condition, the post got deleted after mentioning being cured by. Yeah, don't want to talk about practices that work. Still live in the country of the free. Yeah. Should have had 2-3 dishes like a line going across. Dish on the car's hood is a driving distraction, will result in traffic citations. Yes, it will. See anything but that okay? Or receive good signals in a good location. Put it on the roof. I know, right? Put it on the roof. Would have been fine. Probably would have worked better, too. Should have attached the dishes directly to the windshield. Remember Tom predicted the smart city and wrote about it before they existed? Okay. Avoid southwest to play it safe. Those dishes melt at temperatures above 100. It wasn't they don't melt at temperatures above 100. They just turn off and stop working. Yeah, miss me next week. My apologies. Nomad Internet isn't good. Another good one to research. I contacted Nomad Internet. I believe I contacted Nomad Internet. Yeah, there's some of these sound a whole lot better when you're hearing about it from the people pushing their affiliate programs. But when you actually get in and research them, they're like, yeah. Basically, it boils down to this. You have 3 main cell carriers. You need to know what cell carriers are going to work and on what devices. You need to understand who is able to work with what. So like there's another one I've been talking to a few times. Maybe it's that one. I can't remember. But they have a SIM-only plan, but it's only T-Mobile. Well, that might work with my device. However, T-Mobile doesn't work in all the places I want to go, whereas Verizon towers would. But Verizon prepaid and other prepaid services from Verizon may not work with the individual device I have. So there's a lot of little things in here. It's not just as easy as, oh, sign up with internet for these companies, everything is great. There's a whole lot more to it than that. Yeah, that's it. No live Linux streams expect next week. Yes. No, there will not be any live streams next week. We might be able to throw up a few other produced ones that it depends on how much time I have, because I have access to a small amount of internet on a computer in a public place, but I don't have access to the cellular networks or private places where I could feasibly stream or the time to do it. The following week, I might have that. I just won't know until I get there, because it's a place I haven't been before. Can the dish be installed in the steering wheel? Yeah. Smart cities 3 years ago. Yeah, well, some things are predictable. Reports of 4 melting 115 and higher. Ugh. Many nomads have said Verizon seems to work in more places. Yes. So I did a Verizon SIM based with an IoT cellular modem is what I'm doing, which works well. It's just expensive, which is why I keep Mint Mobile for my phone, because Mint Mobile I've not had a problem with. And Mint Mobile also has my phone supports through Mint Mobile Wi-Fi calling. So if I'm in an area where Mint Mobile does not work, I can kick on my cellular internet and I will be able to do phone over Wi-Fi. Yeah, in fact, a few years ago, I went on a 4-person road trip, and out of serendipity, all 4 of us had each of the 4 major carriers. I had Verizon, one guy had AT&T, one guy had T-Mobile, one guy had Sprint. Wouldn't you know it? It was like a Verizon commercial the whole time. I had signal on everywhere on the trip. There was one spot where AT&T covered, where Verizon did not. I think that was around Mesa Verde, if I remember correctly. It was either Mesa Verde or maybe Grand Canyon, but I think Grand Canyon works with Verizon. But it was somewhere in that region. Everywhere else, we used my phone as the primary phone to contact people, because I worked pretty much everywhere we were. Let's see. Thou shalt tempt thy kitty. Yes, I do. Strap Stardish on my face for best destruction for you. Cricket Wireless is horrible. So they are a T-Mobile service. You only have the best of their plans if you buy their individual devices. If you bring your own phone, they lock you down to internet that's like less than 1 Mbps type stuff. Yeah, Cricket Wireless is garbage. I wouldn't go near them. Unless they've changed. Maybe they've changed. Starlink helmet for motorcycles. There you go. There you go. See if I can find a kitty cat. Is there a kitty cat in here somewhere? Oh, there is a kitty cat. He's out of view of the camera right now. We're going to go that way, kitty cat. Oh, yes. You want to come here? We got to go that way. We got to go that way for your kitty treats. We got to go that way. Come on. We got to go this way. Come on. All right. I'll carry you. Fine. Lazy bum. Lazy bum. He's a lazy bum. Oh, it's a double kitty camera. Hey, people don't want to see that side of you. You want to see this side of you. This side of you. Yeah. Huh? Oh boy. It's here, stupid. It's a big double catter. Oh, we got an itchy kitty. We have an itchy kitty. Let's see here. They've changed. Mint Mobile is based on T-Mobile. That is correct. Yep. I don't know. Maybe I have to go back and look at Cricket again then if they've changed. Car factor may be delayed because of building stuff without necessary purpose. Uh-oh. Track phone SIM for my unlocked Pixel 4a. Yep. Did I review Mint 20.2 yet? I looked at the beta. I did not look at the official. I plan on putting the official on my laptop soon, and so I'm going to do an official after it's loaded to the laptop. On the 4-line family plan, get unlimited 3 down, 3 up, which is enough for phone usage. Yeah, my Mint Mobile though gets like 70 down and like 50 up. That's why I like Mint Mobile. Skyrim time. All right, we'll see ya. Yeah, no hotspot capability because, yeah, guys, that's what we lost with net neutrality. Cell phone carriers can now lock out your hotspot transmission and force you to pay extra for it. Twin capeless duo. Yep. CJ is an expert at being lazy, and then you pick him up and he's not spoiled. I know. I just can't resist the kitty dimples. Come on. Kitty mukbang. Anyone have any Koofy cleaning tips? Antibacterial wipes, things like that. All right. Good luck with your cows, Doug. We'll see you later. What's going on with the cats hiking? I've only taken one of them out so far because it's been so crazy busy around here. Right. And over here, let's see. At least this will not happen on the road. Well, you never know. Actually, that doesn't happen now. My cats are well trained. They stay off of tables and stuff like that. I'm gonna let them on the higher up things in the van though, because yeah, if I limit them exclusively to the floor and the bed, they will have nowhere to be. $500 for initial equipment, but thank God our office paid for it. Then $99 a month. Yep. Red Pocket. I've not looked at Red Pocket. Check Cricket. They got no signal here. US Cellular is great but expensive. AT&T doesn't get service here early. Only Sprint and Verizon. What you could do, America's Finest knowing you, is look into Patriot Mobile, which uses Verizon's. The only thing I don't like about Patriot Mobile is that they lock the SIM card to the phone. So if your phone dies, you need to get a hold of them some other way and have them get you a new SIM card for your new phone. That's a little annoying. Take cats for a walk. Be careful with their paws. Might get hurt. Yep. Sprite bottle full of 7% isopropyl. Yep. All right, guys. We will wrap this one up here. Thanks for hanging out. And we will see you in a weekish or so-ish. Somewhere around there. Anyway, guys. Chat with you later. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you then.